If the original Guardians of the Globe had known in advance that Nolan was going to make his move, could they have defeated him? If you've seen that brutal ambush in the animated series, you'd know that even with the full advantage of a surprise attack, Nolan barely made it out in one piece. The Guardians fought him to the point of unconsciousness, and it took him days to recover. So what if they had been prepared? If the Guardians had known ahead of time that Omni-Man was going to turn on them, the fight would have played out in an entirely different way. Nolan's greatest weapon was the sheer, paralyzing shock of it all. He went after Red Rush first, because he knew that the super-speedster was the single greatest threat on the opposing side. But if the Guardians had been on guard, Red Rush could have devoted all of his energy to defense, focusing entirely on repositioning his teammates out of harm's way. The Immortal and War Woman, for their part, could have been phased out by Green Ghost, who, it should be said, essentially died because she was caught completely off guard, allowing them to strike from safety with devastating force. The Martian could have wrapped Nolan up and held him in place, while Aquarius hammered him with ranged attacks from a distance. And we have the comics to back this up. In a later arc, Mark accidentally travels back in time and manages to warn the Guardians before Nolan strikes. Because they were fully prepared, they overwhelmed Omni-Man completely, capturing him alive with 0 casualties on their side. So Nolan didn't choose to ambush them out of cruelty. He did it because he knew deep down that in a straight-up fight he simply couldn't win.